Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last part we were working on getting power across this island and we've made pretty good progress, and what I want to do in this part is start planning out this area here for our our mine, which will be up here, and our oil there. But first I've got a couple of things that I need to fix, because I was looking at this before I started the video and I've realized that I've brought power through to here, I've left this area a bit exposed with low power, and because what I want to do is put a distribution office out here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this line here and put some power connections in here, because the other option I'm thinking is that I may want to go in this direction at some time in the future. So it's going to be a little bit annoying to do this, but I feel that it needs to be done. So what we're going to do is just get rid of you, just take you back there, and I think at the moment I'm just going to put a high voltage switch in here to start with. In fact, I could probably put it in about here. I want the angle enough. So, I can't build. Okay, gonna put that in there. And then what we're going to do is connect you to there, and hopefully we hook up from there. We can hook into there and build this. I mean, we don't need these power cables just yet, and we're just going to assign you to the bridge construction crew, and we'll probably assign you to the expansion contractor, and we'll assign you to the bridge construction crew, and the crib road crew can help providing supplies. What that will do is give me a power takeoff, and what I'm kind of half thinking about is maybe having no, I'm going to need a mod for this. Mod power cables, power. And what we'll probably do is put in one of these in here as well, so that I can strike off the power cable. I just noticed something I'm going to need to check first. Yeah, we can go out like that and across like that. That's good. Yeah, I just wanted to correct that mistake. Now, another problem I've got, I was actually looking at my over here, and if I show you my population dropped by about 200 during the winter. I don't know if it's actually improved now. If we look at the population, you can see the health is a bit low in this side here and over here. The health is a bit low all across the map here. And I was looking at these heating plants. I think they're pretty much overloaded all across the board. This one's at 98%. And this heating plant here, you can see it's got a bit of a wood issue, and I think it's down to the fact that we got staffing here. And you can see I think what's happening is I'm just not getting a chance to build the logs up because of the demand for the heating here. So what I want to do is put some heating in, and I thought this would be a very good opportunity to do a bit more experimentation. If you watch the previous video, I did some underground power cables, and what I want to try out in this part is another option, which is underground heating pipes. And not that. This is an underground heat exchanger. Is this? How does this work? Oh, it's got this here. I don't think I really want that. No, I don't think I like that. Pipes. Okay, we just had a fire. And the other thing also, I think I've realized with this silo over here, it might have actually been caused by a fire, which I didn't notice. I went all the way through the messages. I couldn't see a message confirming that that was on fire, but it's there. Anyway, let me just get back to here. I'm trying to find heating transfer. This is the one I think I'm looking for. What I'd like to do is... That's not far enough. And one thing I have noticed with these pipes and cables is you've got to be a bit careful where you are placing things on the other side. Maybe if we go to 300, is that what can happen is that, and what I have noticed is the fact that if you can put the terminus over buildings, which could be a bit of a problem. Anyway, let's just concentrate on what I'm doing. Oops, I don't want that. I want this. This is a little bit too short. I like the 200 meters, but maybe we will go for the 300. And what I'd like to do is run the pipe out, say to... We put the fire out, and what I want to do is run the heating pipe underground there, and we better make sure we can connect up the pipes. Heating, we're going to go for large heating pipes, and that's going to go there. And we got the connection there. I come back to here, and what I'm looking to do is put a heating plant up somewhere around here. To kind of lost the heating. What we call it. Okay, let me just. What I'd like to do is get that, say, somewhere in the range of there. I'm a little bit nervous about these pipes because these actual stations are connected with footpaths, and my experience with conveyors says that this may not work. But we'll just have to see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and so we'll have to connect that up there. What we got here is a heat, so what we want to do is put a heat exchanger in here, and can't build due to infrastructure. We're gonna have to. Actually, it's out here. I want it. And what I want to do is get plenty of heat supply in here. I want it as close as I can get in here. But no, I wouldn't mind it covering that school as well. We're just going to put that in there. Big heating pipes. Right, it says there's a hill. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It won't connect. Okay. Right, we'll just get. Okay, we'll just have to destroy that. And destroy that. Really. Oops. I think I've demolished it all the way back to here, haven't I? This is not going according to plan. Okay, we got that connection there. Okay, maybe if we come in here and back to the mod. Maybe if we push this. I wonder if it's to do with being under those power lines. Maybe we're just gonna have to compromise a little bit and say do that. What I'm trying to do is leave this space here open. So, and then what we'll do is we'll just put in a large heating pipe there. It doesn't want to connect, does it? Okay, we're just gonna have to do it there. We're just gonna have to do it with the cancel that, and then we're just gonna have to run these pipes through. Hoping not to have to do this. And we'll just run you around there, across like that, behind here. Maybe we'll drop you down a little bit. Around the corner here. Up. Across there. Up to there. Down a bit. And then to there. Oh, we've done at least one section with the thing. Oops, I'm not sure why I paused the game. And that's connected. So I'm going to be very interested to see how this actually works. And what we're going to do is assign all these jobs to. Yeah, so we're going to get that. Oops, can't connect it. And we better put the footpaths in. This is where I find out the footpath won't connect. Right, that actually comes up there, so we don't need a footpath. Okay. Drayton Road Crew. Oh, it's like they've already picked up the footpath. That's good. I'm going to assign that. Road connection doesn't exist because we don't have a road up here. Now I've got to see if I can get under this. Oh wow, that was close. Drayton Road Crew. I want you to pick that up. And we'll just build this in, get this hoping, get this working, and hopefully the population will recover again. I mean, it is recovering slowly, but I am worried about the fact that overload, so I do want to fix that area there. Oh, there's this here that needs to be built as well. I think we'll assign you to there. Now, over in my farming area here, I think things are going okay. We've still got crops in here. You'll see that I put some crops in here, and what I actually did was I actually emptied this farm of its crops, or some of its crops, just because this farm was sat with crops, and even though this was dropping low, the actual crops weren't being extracted from this area. A bit of an update over here. We're building this through here, and I think this road is finished. And I think these guys are steaming ahead really well. I think they really like the idea of coming down here. Well, it's going to be very interesting to see how far they actually get on their own accord. In fact, I mean, if you've got the auto checked on, I'm going to bump you to 3,000 meters, which I think is the ultimate range. I'm just going to, so I'll be very interested to see when they get here whether they actually come down here or go up that way. Anyway, I've spent a little bit longer doing that than I originally planned. Just want to check what's going on over here. Actually, sorry about this. I want to make sure my track construction is going good. What are you building now? You've got a whole lot of stuff to build at the moment. I'm not exactly too sure where there is. So we've completed this loop, and we've got this little bit here build, then we got this link to build out to here, and then we got to build out round here back to here. I mean, still wise, things are going okay. One thing I did do off camera is I've started bringing up some electrical components ready to get this area up and running, but we need to finish this first, get some steel and prefabs coming in. As I said, what I want to do is put a distribution office here, probably a fairly big one. So what we might have to do is run some more power down here. In fact, there's a little bit of a space here, so maybe let's have a look at the mods. Distribution offices, and these are all small, aren't they? So what we'll probably do is medium. That's big. I mean, I'm kind of half tempted to just bring power in over here, have the distribution office here, because Oh, the other thing we're going to need out here is another gas station, but I think I'm going to put that on the other side of the bridge. I mean, this distribution offices is going to be the one that actually brings in the oil and iron ore to start with, so we're just going to hook that up. Thank you, game. Anyway, that done. Let's have a quick check here. And I think this is going forward slowly, but it's taking time to bring the equipment in from here. I mean, we could probably do with some assist. Actually, no, I think we're going to leave that for the moment. So let's get working on this area here. Now it's going to be quite a tricky area to lay out, because one, it's not flat, and what I want to do is I certainly want to get the iron mine placed, and I've got an idea of how I want to do that. Also, we've got to sort this track out from this point of view. I think we'll probably start with the iron mine. I'm going to put the wireframe on, and we'll just see where we can get the best possible positioning. But the iron mine, it's going to be, there's a lot of red there, and the iron mine really needs to be about there. I mean, there's a little bit of a flat piece here, which is good. I'm kind of inclined to use that flat area, because it means I don't have to level, which means that the road should be a little bit better. So we've got that place there, and let's see what the road situation is like. We're going to use gravel roads out here. Okay, we got a road coming down there. I'm just going to accept that. And what I want to do is literally bring the workers right up to the mine here, and we got a little bit of a platform here. So what I'm thinking is, can we get and actually put the rail station here? Let me see. I want a small. I mean, if we. Okay. I can fix that, because I was meaning to buy these and I never got quite round to buying it. So we need a couple of excavators, and we'll put a couple of bulldozers in as well. Actually, what I will do is turn off your auto detect, because you can't contribute anything to any of these jobs. And so back where we were, what I'd like to do is push this back far enough so that I can get maybe a little bit of a lip here. At the same time, I don't want too much of a drop, because we got to get the road out here as well. I'm thinking, oops, I put this by accident. That might be a problem. Oh no, we can level the road out here. Okay. Come on. Come on, game. I just love this game sometimes. Okay, we're going to have the road out here like that. I'm going to disconnect you there. I'm just going to accept that, because the other thing I also would like to put up here is a bus stop. Actually, I think what we'll do is we'll trim that back, and then we'll put the bus stop, say, about there. Now I need the bus stop. This is what I was worried about. Just push this out. Got a big drop off now there. Yeah, it's not good. Oh, so we're gonna have to just level this back a bit, and maybe put the bus stop here. That's a bit better. Needs flat terrain. Okay, we'll angle the bus stop like that. No, that's no good. It's raising the terrain. I want to lower it. So we'll just try and drop that down a bit. It's a bit better. Oh, come on, game. Why won't that? Okay. What's up with this? Want this to come down. Right, it's just, I think there's a bit of a dip here, which is causing the problem. So if we can generally kind of flatten this off a little bit. Okay. Right, we have to lift this again now. I just love this game sometimes. And then you're going to come down like this here. We should be able to kind of fill this gap in a little bit now. Just chunk of this off a little bit here. What we should be able to do now is just bring this over the edge here. And got the road down to here. And of course, more importantly now, we're going to need to bring the tracks down. And what I'm thinking, down to this point, we're just going to have a single track here. Because we're not going to run that many trains up here. And what we're going to do is come to see here, there's a slope down here. And I think that's probably a good point just to keep an eye on. Because we've got the game running, so I do need to keep an eye on what's going on. Anything serious developing? It's the reason why I'm actually running the game on slow at the moment as well. Let's have a look here. Let's check the food situation. Oh, that's a okay. I'm going to assign you to the expansion road crew. And we can't do that yet because we can't get that connection in. Need to get this finished. I check everybody's happy. This is being built, so that should make people a little bit happier. I just want to check the food situation here. Yeah, the food is building up quite nicely. Just want to check over here as well. This population isn't growing as fast as I'd like it either, but they seem to be happy. It's just they're not growing. We've got kind of inclined to increase this a little bit as well, but if we drop the fabric down and take that out, and just sneak that up a little bit, and just keep an eye on the crop situation. We're looking good. So back over to here. Let me just quick check. How are you doing? Yeah, we're not. I think this is probably a bit overloaded. I'm just going to let these guys catch up on what they're doing, and then we'll be okay. So back over here, we've kind of got that area built in here, and I'm just looking at this road here, and I'm not totally happy. I think what we're going to do is trim this road back to here, and we've got a little bit of an embankment here. What I would like to do, I just want to check that up a bit. want to do is get a bridge across here. We can actually get a bridge across here. About there. Got a bridge across there, but I need to put the road in first. I don't. And we're going to stick with asphalt for the moment, just from a speed perspective. And what I want to do is just build this road through, and then take you down across this little bump here. So we're going to accept that. What I want to do is check the bridge situation for tracks. There's got a steel truss bridge. Okay, it's quite high. What I wouldn't mind doing is just lowering this a little bit. I'm not sure if I can get through here with the get rid of the tree so I can actually see what's going on. I'll just drop this area down a little bit, maybe a little bit here, and then we'll see if we can get across. I'd like it to come out here, across from, say, about here. That's okay. Maybe if I... Okay. Still a lot higher than I would like it to be. That's a little bit better. But what I need is two bridges here, because I want this to be two-way. Up. So that looks slightly different from the last one. Oops. Okay, let's just get rid of you. Maybe if we do it this way. This is one of the fun elements of this game. If I start a little bit higher. Nope. Maybe about that high. Nope. Okay, in a little bit. I'm just going to turn around a little bit like that. Okay. Not sure why that looks different from that one. Don't like that at all. If we get rid of this one. And then we try again with this. Okay, maybe if we move this side. This is like the approach bridge, isn't it? Cancel that again. And like that. I think the problem is the drop off here, isn't it? It's like coming off this side really high. I think what we will do is what we're going to do is we're going to take this road down a bit more. Give a little bit more depth to it. It might mean the bridge is going to be a little bit more higher than I thought it was going to be, but just come through here like that, except that. Oops. Okay. That gives me a lot more height. Okay. Just be able to gauge the distance from this side. Yes. That's a little bit down the embankment, but maybe we can get away with that. Yes. Right. See if we can. Nope. Okay. Right, let's cancel those. I think what we can do now is try and drop this a little bit more through here, and we kind of come here like this here, and maybe if I run this so right, let me just try this. If we, yeah, it's not happy with that, but maybe we can do it this way, and we'll just cut across with the track here like this. Just cut across like that. Then we'll have another go at the bridge. Right. That looks a lot better. If we can get the other one on this side. Actually, we'll start with this one and see. And this is going to have to come out to about here. And then run down to here. Oh, it's a bit of a deep cut. So what we're going to need to do is just push this down a little bit as well, just to make sure we can get that track through to there. I'm going to accept that, and then we're going to yeah. Strike you back a little bit. Right, we got that across like that. It's it looks terrible. Right, we'll just drop you down. And this has got quite a bit of a bulge over the top here, isn't it? And then it's going to that area there. Actually, can I get over this side then? Oh, that's better. So you get that across like that, and then just take out that section of track there. I just love this game. We got that bit there, and it's now on the wrong track. Okay, I've connected up the wrong one to the wrong side. You're going to have to come through here. In some ways, this is a bit of a collision anyway. Yeah, so what we're going to need to do is take down this bit here. Let's just trim you back here. Sorry, this has taken a little bit longer than I thought it was going to do. But I was expecting problems in this area. In fact, I'm just going to pause the game. I'm getting a bit worried about... I'm getting so wrapped up here that the game's going to get away from me. I mean, I'm not really making the money I was hoping I would make. Right, that will get to there. Okay, cancel again. Right, and what we're going to do now is try and hook this to here, and then what we're going to do is run you to about there, and you to about there, and then we'll run you off in this direction. That's going to go to where our primary loading is going to be. Now somehow I've got to get this track here all the way round to there. So what we're going to have to do is stop. You are not playing fair game. This one. No, you won't come off that line there. Right, so a little bit of height there. It's turning into be a lot more messier than I thought it was going to be. So I think we've got this down to ground level. Yes, we can do that. What I'm going to do now is try and get this one down to ground level. Okay, we're going to start again from here. You up a bit. Forward, maybe down a smidge, a bit. And you down to there. We finally got this there. It looks pretty awful, but given the steepness of this grade here, I don't think we're going to have much choice here. What I want to do now is get into this area here. Now I want to run the track relatively straight here, and then we're going to curve off like this. This will make sense in a little while. What I'm going to do is bring you up to about here and curve you around side by side. Now somehow we got to get track up here. I think we'll do a single track up around here like that. Just curve that there. I think if we stop there, and the track down here like that, we can connect you up like that, and run the track up round like this. And what we're going to do is merge it into a single line here, because we're only going to have a single train up there. And that now gives me this rail connection here, which looks pretty awful. Now comes another fun bit, because in the last video I was discussing having a town or something up over here, and so what I'm thinking now is to find the tunnel. And what we're going to do is run rail tunnel virtually through to here, and what we're going to do is put another one right alongside it. So we're going to have a dual railway tunnel through it. Oh, didn't realise you could do that. Well, that's cool. And then what we're going to do is run you through to there. Ah, come off it, game. It's not that steep. Too steep a descent. It's the tunnel that's actually the problem. So what we're going to do is start the tunnel a little bit lower and see if that will make a difference. Yep. Lift you up a little bit and connect you to there. On game. Okay. I think if we trim this back a little bit, we might actually get up. Trim this back a little bit. Lift you up like that. Oh, you're gonna be kidding me, game. There we are. So what we've done now is I've created this area here that's going to run the passages up here to my iron mill, and what we're going to do is run, and eventually we will hook that up as well. Of course, what we're going to need to do now is bring the road down. And I think this will have to be a gravel road. And sure we can get around that corner. Nope. Okay, cancel. What we're gonna have to do is do a little bit of leveling here. Oops. Have to raise the terrain here a little bit. Just shrink Trout Lake down a little bit. So I can get. Actually, I put a bus station there, but I would like a fire station down here. So actually, if we bring the road up like that, and then curve it, okay, curve it round like that, bring in there, put a bus stop in about here. Actually, back up a little bit, like actually slightly angled like that. A bit worried about that, the fact that's going down in the ground. I knew it. Thank you, game. Okay, we're just gonna have to drop this terrain a little bit. We can get the. Okay, I can see defeats. I'm just gonna take that out and. I think what we'll probably have to do is just attach a bus station to this area. Run up here. Just hook this up like that. And just put a small bus station just in here like that. Can't build because of infrastructure. So we've now got a road and a rail connection to our iron, what we call it. I'm aware time is pushing on. I've taken a lot longer to do this than I was originally intending. So now the next thing we need to do is work out how to get the iron ore down off of here. So we're going to use a conveyor. Let me see. I mean, I'd like this to be as got you there. This is going to have to be connected with a footpath, so we better make sure the footpath will work. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to connect to that road, but we'll accept that and then do the final connections. We've got 2 footpaths there. The next thing we need is a large aggregate store. Okay. I get this rail line is there. I think that will work. If I can get this leveled and that conveyor doesn't break. Oh, nearly there, nearly there. Yes. I'm not confident about getting across here, so I think what we're going to do is come here, and what we're going to do is actually put in a road crossing here. Keep it fairly close to the put that in there. And we'll bring that out as that's asphalt, that's asphalt. And we'll do a little bit more asphalt out to say about here. And then what we should be able to do is connect this road up here, because this is where the trucks are going to have to collect the ore. Unless I can... Is it going to be worth building? I don't think it's going to be honest, I don't think it's going to be worth building a truck loading bay here. And of course we're going to come to the rail, aggregate loading. I think we can just get you back a little bit this way, off of that way from that slight rise in the road. Well, that went straight away. And this is going to come in like that. And we're going to put a crossover in. So that's built there. Make sure the road connects up. This just needs to be gravel. Yep. That connects up the iron mill. Now the next problem is how are we going to put the oil fields in? Let me just see, where's the first? See, the first oil is around here. Doesn't look like it's going to be a very profitable. But it's a little bit out that way. We can let's push that back to about there. We can get as much of this yellow as possible. It looks like we're going to have to put the oil. We'll put this one in as a first marker. And then we'll put the road in. And oops. Just don't want too much height on this. I'd rather have the roads kind of and maybe work a view that way, make sure that connects up there. So and now the issue is going to be now is balancing fire protection with the thing, but we could build a fire station. We need to keep a fire station close enough that we could send a bus over, but I think if we put the oil loading in about here, so oil loading, unloading, zoom in a bit closer. Actually, there's quite a good angle there. If we put it that way round, the pipes can come in from the right hand side. Yeah, I think if we put this in, say about here, then I'm going to run tracks through. And I need one. I need to double track this in. I mean, it's going to be a fairly big oil field, but well, actually, let's just come out here, and we'll bring you into there. It's a bit close to this junction, but only passenger trains here, so we can make this all into one big junction here. We're going to come out here and then run you down to there. Put the crossover out about here. I think that will work. Turn the wireframe off. So we've now, I mean, it's a bit kind of lumpy bumpy, and I'm not really happy with these bridges, but I don't think there's much else I can do about it. So we've now got the iron mine up here, we've got a connection down to there, we've got a bit of space in here to build things related to the village, and I suppose the only thing I need to do is finish this off, is have a, put a big oil storage tank in, and put this in here. Needs flat terrain. This in. If I put this back a little bit further, then the concern is fire. But I think if we a bit worried about that road connection. Maybe we'll just push this out. Maybe add a little bit that way. Let's create a, okay, we got a bit of a flat area there. And I should have known that would. And we got a road connection there. What means what we can do now is put a pipeline from, got an input feed there, and what we're going to need to do is push this back to about no, I want it that way round. We're going to need to put a pumping station here, just like that. Again, the concern is going to be the road connection. Yeah, that comes up to there, and then what we can do is connect you to there, and then that leaves two connections out here. So this would be the receiving pumping station. We got oil over here, so this would be the receiving pumping station. This is going to be a long way out. Fire risk is going to be so great, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. And we got that there. I wouldn't mind putting a road tunnel through to here as well, but we'll build this first, and then maybe we'll put a road tunnel through into here. There's one thing I do want to check is put a little bit of track to make sure that that track can actually be laid, and then we're just going to accept that. And wow, that is a lot of stuff. I'm just going to keep the game running now. I think that's all the planning I want to do in this part. We've got a lot of work to do to get this built up. I think the priority will be getting this built so that we can get the iron mill online. I'm just going here, and how are we doing over here? Oh, we got a little bit of construction going on there. Right, this is finished. This is being built. Hopefully, this will all connect everything up. Overall, things are looking good. We're still in May, and the crop, so means we haven't started the harvest season yet. Okay. Right. Expansion office is still kind of working its way through the system. Just gave a little bit of a jolt. Our track laying is getting there, and of course this area is still kind of struggling through. I mean, economically we're making around 100,000. Well, we lost a lot of last month, so 75,000. No, it's April. That loss is because I bought some more vehicles. You can see I'm with 79,000 in vehicles, and I think it's probably electronic components and that in that area. How's the food situation? We're holding up at the moment, but I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we might do a little bit more planning for expansion this way, but I think I've got the core in here. I just need to make some kind of decisions here about a fire station. I'm still half thinking about the Trout Lake here. Is putting some facilities in here, but just so that we can keep things going in this area. And of course, one thing I will need is a vehicle depot, probably out about here, so that we can carry on using the excavator to lay the roads. We should just check. Sorry, apologies for this. See some really good oil over here. So part of me says tunnel through here, but when I put a road junction there, didn't I? So I mean, there's a road there. I don't know how big this will be. I mean, it'll be a fairly big tunnel. So if I put a tunnel there, and make sure we can get the road out here. Put a road there. Just want to check the oil. Yeah, I mean that brings us right up to that thing. The problem's going to be is getting the oil back, so we may have to use trucks for this. So what we might need is another distribution office out here. Let me just check this. And we can hook you up to there like that. I think that will work, and then we can probably put another road tunnel through here so we can connect up this, and this will act as a secondary road for the town, and that will give us access to this oil. The problem is going to be the actual oil pipeline, which we may have to run over the top. So as far as I know, there's no underground pipelines as such. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.